Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm CASSANOVA, and today I want to talk to you guys about my financial change. So, like last year or 2 years ago, I think I started this saving program, which was how to get $5,000 saved in your account in like a year or something like that. Yeah, okay, great. So basically, the beginning of this year, I had about $20,000 saved in my savings account, which I was so excited about because, people that live paycheck to paycheck are people that live, like, I guess, middle class people, low income people, poverty people, etc. We don't have savings. And so for me to have savings, I was like, what? I got savings? What? Being a nerd as always. Anyhow, anybody who follows me, if you've looked back at my previous Dear Diaries, you realize that I've had a pretty rough year with coming to terms with things that have been happening to me. But with that being said, it brought me closer to Christ. It brought me closer to the Bible, to finding out more about God and all that stuff, which is great. Now, let me just explain that I did come from like a Christian background home. My mom always made us go to church. We knew we had to pray. We know about the 10 Commandments. We grew up knowing all these things. But with that being said, I didn't have a relationship with them. So this year I've been working on developing my relationship, getting closer, getting to know more, like what I should know of the Bible. I've watched other people on YouTube come up with different things, different names that he's supposed to be called, certain things that we don't know, all the lost books. And I've been doing this whole bunch of research, but as I've been doing research, there's been other things that have been popping out to me, such as my health, diet, finances, the way that I should be responding to certain situations, handling certain things. All of that's like boom, 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 coming to me like that. So I want to share them all with you, but today I'm going to focus on finances. So as I said, the beginning of this year, I had about $20,000 in my savings account. I took out $5,000, $1,000 to spend on the family, and the next $4,000 went to my credit cards. And so I was sitting with $15,000 in my savings. And I started seeing all these people talk about the savings plan, these baby steps, and how they're doing this and it's changing their lives and they're so happy. And it's always couples that I see, and I never seen anyone that was a single person. Maybe, I don't know, now that I think about it, maybe single people aren't thinking about family or aren't thinking about their future like that because right now they're just in the fun mode. I don't know. But I didn't see anybody that was in that position. Like everybody that I seen was a couple, like marriage, and they were doing it together. And that's all gravy, but that doesn't relate to me. So I started just saying, okay, what are they talking about? What are they talking about? Can a single mother do it? Like, what are they talking about? So I went on and I found what they're talking about. So there's a guy on YouTube, which you guys can find him, Dave Ramsey, and he has a 7 baby step program. Now, shoot, I don't know the 7th step. Let's see if I can find the 7th step for you guys, because I don't know. I just lost the 7th step. Let's see if I can find it. So anyways, I like Dave Ramsey. He talks a lot about the Bible. He talks about, God and everything. Like, if it's not something that he can find in the Bible, then he just won't do it. The thing with that is I came across something. I don't remember if it was from the Bible or if it's someone that was on a godly site or something like that, but they were saying you shouldn't owe anything. So if you owe taxes, pay it. If you owe somebody, pay them. If you owe this, pay them. You don't want to be in debt to anybody. You don't want them to own you, in a sense. So I'm like, yeah. I don't want to be in debt to anybody. I don't want anyone to say that they own me, ever. And when I pass, I want to be able to give my kids something and not leave with them being like, well, mom left a lot of debt. So I started my journey. I started this journey in February of 2019. Dave Ramsey says in general it takes people 3 years. Now, like I said, most people that are doing this are couples. I'm a single person with 4 kids currently, about to be 5. And I'm still going to try and do this program. I personally think it's going to take me about 3 years. The most I'm allowing myself is 5. So with that said, let's get into it. The Dave Ramsey 7 Baby Step Program. I'm on step 2. Imagine that. I just started it and I'm on step 2. Oh, yes, I got it. I know what step 7 is. Sorry. So step 1, baby step 1, save $1,000 to start your emergency fund. Now, I've had people that I've been talking to that said, I can't do it. There's no way I can do it. I was fortunate enough to have started my savings program ahead of time. So I had, like I said, I was sitting on $15,000 in savings. But with that being said, I'm sitting over here with $15,000 sitting in my savings, but yet I owe money to my credit cards. Those credit cards are gaining interest. So why am I not paying them off? Why am I sitting here letting these credit cards charge me interest when I could be done with them? And then I could say, I got savings, right? So I said, okay, baby step 1, $1,000 to start an emergency fund. Let's get it. I removed $14,000 out of my savings, threw it back into my checking, left $1,000 to be a part of my emergency fund. Step 1, complete. Baby step number 2, pay off all debt using the debt snowball. So the debt snowball is you pay your smallest debts first, and then you move on to your highest. Now, I think before we were told pay your highest and then move down to your smallest, but if you pay your smallest, it gives you that mojo to keep going. I could do it, I could do it, I could do it, I could do it. Whereas if you're sitting here trying to pay off that one, and you still have all these other ones behind it, they're all sitting there gaining interest while you're focusing trying to pay off this one. And this one's going to take you a long time because it's more money. You're going to lose faith. So what do? You pay off the smallest first and you work your way up. Because as you pay off one, trust me, you'd be like, what? You'd be feeling it. You'd be feeling it. Trust me, you'd be feeling it. So you pay off all your debt using the snowball method. For me, I have 6 bills. 6 bills that are keeping me in debt. Right now, not right now. When I started this program, I was 33 years old. I had $89,000 in debt. $89,000 in debt at 33. Horrible. So I had to start paying. But I'm a single mom. I have 4 kids to look after. So it's not easy to just be like, yeah, well, screw you guys for a bit. Let me focus on this. It's not. So we're going to get to that because I'm currently on step 2. And I'll be on step 2, to be honest, for the next, I think, 3 years. And Dave Ramsey says this program takes about 3 years to do. So I think he's about right because I see myself taking 3 years. Sorry, the thing behind the snowball method is that, so what you're going to do is you're going to take the snowball method and you're going to start with the smallest bill you have and you're going to work your way up. And the reason why you're going to do that is because your smallest bill, whatever your monthly payment was, you could then roll that over into, like making a snowball, you roll it over and your snowball is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger to be putting towards the higher amounts. So for example, I have a $1,000 credit card. My minimum payment's usually about $20 a month. When I finish paying off that $1,000, that gave me the money that So you're paying the minimum of all your payments. That's all you're paying, the minimum right now. You're gonna put a whole lump sum on that $1,000. I'm gonna get rid of that $1,000. So that gets rid of that $20 that I had to put towards that $1,000 every month. So that $20 gets rolled over into my next bill. So my next bill was $5,400. So now I had to pay the minimum payment of the $5,400, which is usually about $200. And then I also had the $20 that I was usually putting towards that $1,000 credit card that I now added automatically onto my minimum payment. So now I'm paying a little bit more than the minimum payment because I have that extra $20 that I can. So that's 200 plus 20, so 220. So once I finish paying off that $5,400 credit card, I can now move over to the $9,200 credit card. And now I owe $9,200. And I have that minimum payment of $300 that I pay every month, that I still am going to pay. But now I have the $20 from the $1,000 credit card that's paid off, the $200 from the $5,400 credit card that's paid off. So now I have $220 that I'm going to put on top of my $300 every month to help pay off that $9,200 credit card. So once that $9,200 credit card is paid off, which is where I'm at right now, that's all gone, I now go over to my $23,400 credit card. That credit card minimum payment is usually about $400. So I put my regular $400 minimum payment that I always put, but now I'm also going to put the $20 from the $1,000 card into that. So that gives me $420. I'm going to take the $200 from the $5,400 that I used to always pay, that minimum payment, because now I don't have to pay those cards anymore because they're paid off. I take that $200 and I'm going to put it onto that $420. So now I have $620 going onto that credit card instead of just $400. Now I had the $9,200 credit card, which was usually about $300, and now I don't have that credit card anymore. So that $300 is now available for me to put towards this $23,000. So I have $620 already here. Add on the $300. I'm putting $920 a month on this credit card now, because I don't have to worry about all of those credit cards because they're done paid off for. Do you get what I'm saying? So you may say you're tight for money, but once you get one bill out of the way, that extra money that you always were paying that minimum payment, instead of you saying, oh, it's extra money for my pocket, no, it's extra money for you to help build your snowball to put on your higher bill. So yeah, only putting $1,000, that's $900. I basically say $1,000 a month on a $23,000 credit card is still only scratching the surface, but it's definitely scratching the surface more than you paying the little $400 minimum. So I hope that explains how the snowball method works, and that's how you're going to do that. And once I finish that payment, that gives me, what was I saying? 20 to 5, so that's 520, right? So yeah, so 520 on top of my 400. Now this gives me 920 to put towards my car payment. And my car payment, monthly payment is 640. So if I take the 920 plus the 640 once I finish paying my car payment to put on my student loan, I now have like what, 1560 to put towards my student loan every month. So it's not extra money in your pocket yet, but it'll be extra money in your pocket once you're finished all your debts. Once you finish all your debts, guess what? What is it? My monthly payment for my student loan is about $300. So if I have $1,560, that would be $1,860. So that's $1,860 that I have no more bills to pay can go to my pockets. Not really my pocket. It'll go towards, yeah, no, really and truly, it's your pocket. You take 15% out for your retirement. You take money out, depending on how much you want to put aside for your kids' college. And if you have a house, then yeah, you could start working and start saving towards that. So that gives you $1,800 that you could put towards your house payment extra. Or if you don't have a house like me, that gives me $1,800 that I could put towards saving for a house, right? So that's how the snowball method works. I hope that helped. Moving on. Step 3 is save 3 to 6 months of monthly expenses. So you want to have 3 to 6 months, 3 to 6 months of your monthly expenses in your savings. So for me, my goal will be to have 6 months in my savings. Once you've passed step 1, step 2, step 3, you get into things that are more continuous. Like step 4 is, step 1, step 2, step 3. Yeah, step 4 is save 15% of your income to your retirement. That's going to be ongoing until you retire. So that's an ongoing thing. Next is save for your children's college fund. Again, that'll be ongoing until your children go to college. For me, I feel like it'll be ongoing because I will be saving for my son, then my daughter, then my daughter, then my son, then the next child. So for me, it will be an ongoing savings program. Step 6 is pay off your house. The good thing for me is I don't currently own a house. As much as it's a bad thing, it's a good thing because with $89,000 in debt, I don't need the house debt on top of that. Trust me, not living in Toronto anyways. One house over here, you're looking at over $1 million right now. I couldn't handle that type of debt right now. So as much as I feel like all my kids do need to be in a house, I put my faith in God because God's the one who brought Dave Ramsey to me. He's the one who brought this program to me. And I'm going to tell you guys because the budget stuff just kept on coming regardless. I'm like, why am I getting all this? What's going on? What's going on? You got to follow your signs. This was my sign. So I don't have a house, so that eliminates a step for me. Thank goodness. Well, thank God. And then step 7 is build wealth and give. So just to recap, step 1, save $1,000. Step 2, pay off all your debts using the snowball method. Step 3, save 3 to 6 months of your monthly expenses. Step 4, save 15% of your income to your retirement fund. Step 5, save for your children's college fund. And step 6, pay off your house. That's the one debt that's not included in step 2. And step 7, build, build, and build. And it says and give. Those are your 7 steps. Step 7 is definitely just a, ooh, I'm free type of step. But it is definitely a step that you still want to build, save, build on your wealth, build, right? And you're going to give to, not just give away, but you're going to give back where you can and stuff like that. And you can spend more when you have more, right? As long as you're spending, let's remember this, as long as you're spending less than what you make. You never want to spend more than what you make. If you're spending more than what you make, you're in a negative. You need to always spend less than what you make. So if I make $1,000 a week, I only want to be spending like maybe $500, $800, and I want to have the rest to myself. To be honest, I'll spend $500 and have the rest to myself. That's just me. Anyhow, so I think this is a great program. I really and truly think this is a great program. And I've done step 1 and I'm happy. And I know not a lot of us can just have $1,000. I was fortunate to have started a savings program before coming to this program. But if that's not the case for you, then you need to find ways. And Dave Ramsey says it. You need to maybe sell some things. You need to live completely different than how you were living in order to make this step work. Your friends and family are going to look at you like, are you okay? What's going on? You know what I mean? But you got to do what you got to do to get further in life. That's how I see it anyways. And this is what I'm going to do. So if it takes me 3 to 5 years to struggle to make sure the next half of my life is amazing, then guess what? I'm all for it. So if you're in step 1 or you're going to try to start step 1 and you don't have the $1,000 already, just save $100 every pay stub. Within 6 months, you should have or within 5 months, you should have your $1,000. If you could save more, definitely save more. If you can't, then you do what you can. $50, whatever. Whatever you can put towards your emergency fund, that's what you want to do. You got to work within your means, not no one else's. You're working at your own speed. As long as you continue to make sure that you work towards that goal. So, tax time's around. A lot of us are getting taxes back. Maybe you could take the $1,000 out of your taxes and put towards your emergency fund. But just realize, because it's your emergency fund, you don't want to touch it unless it's an emergency. Technically, really and truly, you don't want to touch it, period. You want to have that $1,000 in there, and then you want to move on to step 3, where you're saving 3 to 6 months of your monthly expenses and have that all in your savings altogether. Like I said, I fortunately had the $1,000, so my step 1 was easy. Now I move on to step 2. Step 2 is where it's going to be hard. I think step 2 is where it's hard for everybody. Because step 2, now you have to look at all your bills. I'm $89,000 in debt. that's not cool for a 30, well, I'm 34 now, what? For a 33-year-old to be in $89,000 of debt? What? That's almost $100,000. I never even knew I ever seen even close to that money because it wasn't my money. So here are my 6 bills. I have a credit card, $1,000. A credit card, $5,400. A credit card, $9,200. A credit card, $23,400. Car payment, $22,000. And student loan, $28,000. You would have thought I was a doctor with that type of student loan. I wasn't, unfortunately. Those are my 6 bills. So I started this program. I had $14,000. I automatically put $1,000 to that $1,000 credit card. Let me just believe that. I automatically put $1,000 to that $1,000 credit card. Boom, 1 bill's gone. I have 5 bills. I took the rest of that money and I put $5,200 onto this, or sorry, $5,400 on, I keep on saying 52, but it's 92 over here, but $5,200 onto this credit card. That brought me down to 4 credit cards. Remember, before I had the $15,000, I had taken $4,000 to put to credit cards. So this credit card was down by $1,000. All my credit cards were maxed out, by the way, at the beginning of this year. So this credit card was down by $1,000. So instead of me owing $9,200, sorry, I owed $8,200. So I took the money that I had and I paid off that credit card. I'm now down to 3 bills. So I'm half. 6, 3. I'm half for it. This is great. When I got to this point where I paid off these 3 bills, it's an overwhelming feeling. It's an overwhelming feeling to check your credit card bills and realize, oh, I don't owe these bills anymore. I check these bills every month. Even March, I was checking them. And I was like, 0, 0, 0. It's a great feeling. I owe 3 bills. These are my 3 highest bills. But instead of me owing $89,000, I now only owe $73,400. It's it's still bad, but I rather say $73,400 than say 89. And I am working on this $23,400. I decided to go with this credit card versus going with my $22,000 car payment because this has way more interest and this already has a time frame of when it's going to be paid off. So I'm just going to continue paying the monthly bills that I pay for it. Whereas in this one, it's a little bit higher, but it has higher interest rates. So I really want that out of the way. And I want to be done with credit cards too. So that's why I decided to flip it a little bit. This one's $28,000, so this one was supposed to wait till the end anyways. But not only that, in Canada, we have interest relief. I don't know if we still have it, but we had interest relief. And my student loan is in interest relief. So that means that the government pays my interest, so I'm not getting any interest on it. So it's slowly going down by itself without me having to pay anything on it. So I don't have to worry about monthly payments right now. So it's not like urgent in my face. But these 3 are the 3 bills that I have left. $73,000 I'm down to at 34. So before I'm done 34, I expect to be done that 23. I don't want to put up my finger like it's middle finger, but I expect to be done that 23,400. I'll owe $50,000. $50,000 at 34 is still a lot, but for some reason it feels like a relief to hear it. I don't know, maybe I'm weird, but it feels like a relief to hear it. So that's where I'm at. So this year I gave myself until December to pay off this $23,400. It's maxed. It says I think I have $50 available. So it's pretty much maxed. So in order for me to pay it off, I have to put about $3,000 a month towards this credit card. That's hard. That's hard. But Dave Ramsey says, like, you got to live differently. So if you got to eat rice and beans for the next 3 years, then so be it. If you got to sell some things, so be it. You got to do what you got to do to get out of debt. You don't want to be in debt. So I'm at that point in my life. I feel that God brought me here. And although I'm not in a relationship, well, I'm not in a marriage union where there's 2 incomes coming in, which definitely would have helped. I still am very determined to get this done. And I'm determined to let you guys follow me through the journey. So, even though I am having a new baby on the way, which definitely hurts the expenses, I'm going to do it. I am going to do it. So I'm giving myself till December of 2019 to get this credit card paid off. But in reality, I'm hoping to pay it off sooner. Don't know how. But any which way I get extra money, I'm throwing it there. What else was I going to say? Shoot, I don't remember what else I was going to say. But yeah, that's my goal. So I'm going to let you guys know. I will be back to talk about the Dave Ramsey program once I finish this credit card. And I'm on to just the car payment. That will be great. I'll be so ecstatic. And I'll tell you guys after all these months of me paying the credit card off, how much I still owe on the car payment. Because I won't owe $22,000 anymore on the car payment by the time I pay off this credit card. So the money will be less, which is great. So I'll definitely let you guys know how much it is at that time. So after I finish baby step 2 is baby step 3. And then, like I said, 4, 5, and 6 is like an ongoing, well, 4 and 5 is an ongoing thing. 6 is pay off your home early. So I guess when you finish your savings, like when you finish putting 3 to 6 months aside for savings, whichever you decide to put, that's when you would work on making sure 15% of your income goes into your retirement. You're saving money for your college fund for the kids, and then anything extra you'll be putting towards your house payment, is how I see it anyways. I don't have a house, so I don't have to worry about that step. So it's a little bit easier for me because I'm only looking at baby step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 7, which is 6 for me. So that eliminates 2. I finished 1 and I don't have 6. So that's 2 gone. So I'm down to 5 steps. I'm on this step. I only have 4 more steps after. Save my 3 to 6 months. After that, save for your retirement, save for your college, and build. Anyhow, guys, I'm really excited to do this journey. I'm really determined to make it work. And if things have to be tight, things have to be tight. And it's going to be hard because the health diet that I feel God also put me on is a little bit more expensive than I would like, but I'm going to find a way to still budget that all in and make it all work. I didn't cancel my cable or internet like Dave Ramsey suggests because I am doing this with little kids. So I do have the Android box, but they still watch cable, but I've decreased the bill to as low as I possibly can. So instead of me paying over $200 a month, like I think I was paying like $230 or $240 a month for our cable and internet, I am now down to only paying $150. So I think that's really good. And my cell phone is low. It's a pay-as-you-go type of thing. It's not on a monthly plan. So I'm only paying about $60 there or $70 there. And that's it. Those are the only extra 2 bills. Oh, I have my car insurance. My car insurance is about $230. And yeah, so when I look at all the bills that I have, if I take away the credit cards and take away the car payment, literally all my bills, I should be able to pay off of one paycheck. That's including rent, car payment, food, cable, internet, cell phone. I should pay off at one paycheck. And then everything else that I get for the month should be able to go towards whatever else I needed to go towards. So once I finish this program, I do plan on trying to save for a house. That would be my next plan. But I have to look into how Dave Ramsey talks about going about that, because I wouldn't want to go back into debt. But I'm sure it'll take me years and years and years to save enough to buy a house. So I have to look into that. But you know what? It's not only through Dave Ramsey that I'm going to find out. It's also through Christ. I feel like the more I talk to him, the more things come my way. The more, like I said, wisdom, understanding, knowledge is coming my way. And I'm becoming a better person. Some days I do fall. I'm not perfect. But I do feel like I'm becoming a better person because of my relationship with Christ. I feel like it's going a better way. And if it wasn't for me turning to him, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful. So I give all the credit to him. He's the one who was like, you know what, Mixie? This is what you need right now. Here's the information. Here's the start. I'm showing you. You need to help yourself now. You know what I mean? Like, he's still here helping me, of course, but he's put these things in my way for me to get the knowledge so I can go about things that I need to get done. So I'm really, really happy about that. All right, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you are a single person or a single mother or a single father, etc., that is going to try this journey, please let me know. So I feel like I have a little partner. And let me know how it's going for you. Maybe we could send encouraging words to one another or whatever the case may be and see how it works out. If you are a union that has tried this or that is trying it, please also feel free to let me know. If you found something else that maybe works for you, did you take on a second job? Like, what else did you do to try and make sure that you were able to get your debts down? Let me know. And yeah, I'm always looking for comments. So please, if you guys like this video, give it a big thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe so you can hear about my beautiful financial journey. Hopefully, I will be debt-free in the next 3 years. This is 2019. I started February 2019, so I'm giving myself 3 years. That's 20, 21, 22. So by February of 2022, hopefully I'll be done. If not, I still have given myself till 2024, but we're hoping it doesn't get there. Who knows? All right. So yeah, if you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you hear more. And if you want to hear about the budget plan that I was doing before I started Dave Ramsey, please let me know because I can link it to my blog and let you know about that there, and also make another video to give you more insight of how I went about it with having all my kids. And of course, you know, I always do other videos. My Dear Diaries are random, so just subscribe. Anyhow, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Give thanks to God Almighty and enjoy your day. Ciao.